Hello everyone, today I'm going to talk about Helios M44-4 58mm lens f2.0 conversion to Nikon or Nikon. Alright, for this is a very general guideline, quick video for those of you who have interest on doing that yourself or for your friend. So let's get down to here. Let's do some abbreviation. Basically, for all of you, you should know the M42 registered distance is different to Nikon's, and therefore you can't get a strict forward conversion by just putting the adapter on to achieve the infinity focus. You will not get the infinity focus without modification. You can only get the infinity focus with the lens element adapters, but this is what I not like it about this, so therefore I do my modification here. Okay, so there's a few options to do the modification. Basically, you want to push this whole body lens element toward closer to the sensor to achieve the infinity focus. So let's talk about how I do it. Beforehand, actually, you may want to have a look at this. For this lens, particularly this lens, there is 4 adjustable screws allowing you to shift the lens from either right to left or left to right. So which means it allows you to adjust the infinity focus distance, or really it's just like the sensor to the rear of the elements. It will give you a tiny adjustment to shifting that from left to right or right to left. Alright, so you need to take this off to do that. So this is old silicon tube dried out, silicon dried out from the inside the tube, so I use it to take off this ring. Once you take this off, you will find some screws here. You want to take this one, the black one, 3 of them. Once you take that out, you can pull these things out, and you should able to find 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. Losing those screws, and I think you twist around a little bit, and you allow you to go either direction, forward or backward. And you can test that. After you adjust that, you can test whether you can achieve the infinity focus by just putting this normal adapter, but I doubted that you can do it. Anyhow, get down to the main business, how I do my conversion for this lens. First of all, you have to take this off. Then you can see a lot of trimming. I use my grinder to trim this all. Alright, and you can see here. Alright, so you want to get the constant distance basically from here to there. Maybe see what you like, because you can find out once you do the trimming. So what I've done is you trim this edge around, I think it's around 2 mil from the top of this finish. So it was 2 mil above this finishing. So you want to trim that 2 mil. Maybe you need to go down to 3 mils or so. I mean, depends. So check it patiently while you're doing this. By doing this, you have to trim these whole things. So before that, obviously you have to take these black things out. This is the aperture controlled component here. Alright, if you do trim that too much, then you will have problems. Basically, you don't want to trim too much, because you will create more problem and more problems. First of all, let's see what problem you may face. Okay, this is a lever arms. Once you trim that too much, basically I'm going to put this back on now to show you what will happen. Basically, now you see this is what? This is like this. Once I put this back in, you should able to see a hairline here, which is a room exposing the light to go in, which is something you don't like it. For long exposure, which is something that you don't like, because you're shifting that to f16 or f8, then over the time you're allowing the light to go through this gap inside the lens. It may not harm at all because it's just very small. It's nothing actually to me, so I don't worry. But then the other problem actually you will have when you trim that too much, then these whole things, the black component here, the aperture control element here, is going to hit the wheel of this part here. It's going to hit this part here. So at the infinity focus only. All right. So if you do have a problem like that, basically you have to disassemble the whole lot, the screw, the spring, everything, trim it down, shorten the length or shorten the thickness of these whole things. You see how thick is it? It's quite thick. So, and then you bend these things a bit, you know, to allow you to stay away touching this part here. So you really have to be very careful what you do and do it patiently, check at all times. Alright, so once you have done that, all this, then you should be able to achieve the infinity focus. If you still can't do it, or if you don't want to trim that too much, like you don't want to go any further like me, then you can do another option, which is like a spacer. You see little black rubber ring here? It's a spacer that I use for this lens here. You basically unscrew this component here and put a spacer, and then you will allow you to adjust this part of the component to closer to the sensor to achieve the infinity focus. Ideally, this is not what you should be doing because the lens wasn't designed to do such things. But because I don't want to trim that too much, so you see I have trimmed a lot already. Then I put the spacer. Roughly, it gave me another mil extended toward to the sensor, So therefore, I achieved the infinity focus by trimming these and putting a spacer at this area here. So that's all you need to do to get your infinity focus for the Helios 44-4 58 f2.0, but there's many different versions just for this lens, but this is general guideline. I hope you have. Anyhow, come back to here. This is the version doesn't come with the M and A controlled. So therefore I put a little spacer here, which is you can see at the the right plastic underneath, to allow for me to, you see, spring it out. Otherwise it does not give me the aperture control. It will just allow me wide open at all times. So this allow me to control the aperture. Alright, and also I took this pin out, which is you can see that most commonly found on all the M42 lens. Some of it doesn't have it. Okay, so that's all about this conversion, and I hope you enjoy this video, and good luck for that, and that's all. Thank you.